This is Brian at Atlanta Hot Tub Center. Today, by popular demand on Tub Talk 101, we're going to review ROTOMOLD hot tubs. First, I think it's important to understand how a ROTOMOLD hot tub is put together. They actually take a plastic powder and they melt a plastic powder over a shell mold to create the actual molding of the seats and the siding and everything else. So what is a ROTOMOLD hot tub basically? It is basically a plastic hot tub. There is no acrylic on a ROTOMOLD hot tub. So let's jump right in and let's talk about it, guys. So right here, you can see I've got it up on a forklift here because this was actually on its way out to the dump, but before it headed that way, I wanted to do a review on it. And you can see here, there's really no access. I think that's one of my biggest problems with ROTOMOLD hot tubs is once you have a plumbing leak or an issue, there's no access, right? And then the manufacturer says, hey, flip it up in the air and do the repairs. But guys, look up underneath this thing, right? You got these small little access points. I don't know how I can possibly get up in there and actually be able to actually do a repair, right? There's just not enough room, right? And here's the other issue. How am I gonna find a leak if I can't see it leaking? If I've gotta flip it up in the air, right? If that's what I've got to do, right? Well, how am I gonna track the leak down? It's gotta be full of water. I gotta be able to see it leaking to make sure I'm repairing the right thing. So I just don't understand the setup. Now, there are some ROTOMOLD hot tubs out there in the industry where they have some access panels on the side. You know, if you are looking at a ROTOMOLD hot tub, I would suggest one of those ROTOMOLD hot tubs opposed to something a little bit more set up like this, because to me, this is a more temporary spa. Once you have a leak, you can't get access to it, what are you gonna do, right? So again, you know, guys, if you're looking at a ROTOMOLD, I would try to find one that does have some access to the siding. ROTOMOLD hot tubs in general, they're not bad hot tubs. It all depends on what it is that you're looking for in the industry, right? I mean, if you're really just looking for like a glorified bathtub in your backyard that's gonna be hot, you know, it's gonna last 6, 7, maybe 8 years, hey, guess what? You know, a ROTOMOLD hot tub might be for you. I actually have some ROTOMOLD hot tubs that I sell to customers, and I tell them, I say, hey, listen, this is a ROTOMOLD spa. It's a reasonable hot tub, but again, it is kind of like having a glorified bathtub outside. And the longevity, you know, hey, if you get 7 or 8 years out of it, that's great. But again, they're not really designed to last an extremely long time. Again, that's just the design of it. And these manufacturers, you know, they are marketing to people that are really looking for something relatively basic that's just gonna get hot, that they can sit in with their family and spouse and stuff and enjoy that family time. So I do wanna show you this. You know, one thing is with all ROTOMOLD hot tubs, like anything, you will have access to the motor compartment, right? So you do have access to the motor compartment, but again, you've got plumbing going all around this guy with limited to no access. So this is Brian at Atlanta Hot Tub Center and ROTOMOLD hot tubs. Thank you.